Are you doing calisthenics, but you're finding it hard to find an exercise to really challenge your lower back, or ideally work your lower back, glutes and hamstrings together? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the best exercise for that, which most of you probably aren't doing. Let's jump straight into the video. So normally when we think about lower back exercises when it comes to calisthenics, the main one that comes to mind is bridging. This is something that we are taught in convict conditioning, and a lot of other videos or content creators will talk about bridges, and it is a great exercise. However, there are a few things that stop people from being able to properly do this exercise and get the benefits when it comes to your lower back, but also getting your lower back, glutes and hamstrings working in harmony, and that is flexibility and mobility. There are a lot of people that would like to be able to do that exercise. However, wrist, shoulder, even hip mobility stops them from doing it. And if they cannot get the benefits of doing the exercise, a lot of people allow their lower back, glutes and hamstrings to not really reach their full potential, and it ends up being a weak link for them. I want to talk about a different exercise that you should be doing if you really want to maximize being able to hit your lower back, because when it comes to calisthenics, in a lot of cases when people are open or are doing weight training, there are far more exercises that you can do to really challenge this area, and the unity that happens when if you try and work your glutes, hamstrings and lower back together, you can really build a strong posterior chain. There are going to be sort of two versions that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. One is a version that everyone should be able to do, and all you need is a little bit of space. The second exercise is going to be the best way in which you're going to be able to do it. However, there is a bit more of a commitment of space and actual equipment. However, if you are able to be able to do that, I guarantee your lower back, glutes and hamstrings are going to be in the best shape they possibly be if you are doing calisthenics. So let's look straight into those two exercises. So the first exercise we're going to be looking at is just going to be the hyperextension. This is basically where we are lying on the floor and we're focusing on basically lifting our torso off the floor by contracting our lower back. We can kind of get our glutes involved as well, but as you can see, the problem with this exercise is we are restricted by the range of motion we can get. We can also, if we want to get a bit more of work done by the glutes and hamstrings, we can actually focus on lifting our lower body instead. And in some cases, we can focus on doing both. Sometimes we can get the best of both worlds, but the thing that's always going to be holding us back is we do not have a large range of motion because we are restricted by the floor. But what makes this exercise great is all you need is a little bit of space. So for any of you that are doing calisthenics that are limited on space, money or equipment, this is a great exercise that you can add in. So the second exercise, or the main calisthenics exercise that I think is one of the best for the lower back, is going to be the hyperextension on this bit of equipment. And ideally you can get these as a 45 degree, but I recommend getting the 90 degree if you can, because this allows you to have a really, really large range of motion. It also allows for more of a degree of changing leverages and how much intensity you can place by moving your body to basically make it so more work can be done by the lower back, but also it puts you in a position where you can really actively recruit your glutes and your hamstrings in one. And it's a very, very simple exercise to be able to do, but you can get a lot of benefits for it. So when we're in this position, we're in this position here as if we would be on the floor. And now look at the range of motion I can get. And I can then pull all the way up here. But this range of motion is phenomenal. And the fact that my legs are then stuck in, I can really focus on, in a way, bending, folding my body back the other way. And at the very, very top, I can tense my glutes. And now my hamstrings are contracting hard as well, but I'm really driving those legs backwards, which is really going to actively recruit those glutes and the hamstrings. And kind of what I talked about with the first exercise, instead of just raising up the torso, raising up your legs and doing two at the same time, this is exactly what you're able to do with this. If you want to make it harder, you can easily just extend your arms. Now there's more leverages, more weight further away from your point of rotation. You can hold on to weights if you want to. There's ways in which you can really make it progressive, that you can really challenge your lower back while doing a bodyweight version. So if you want to challenge your lower back, doing calisthenics, this is hands down one of the best exercises you can do. If you have any other versions of what you think may benefit people when it comes to lower back training or working their posterior training, make sure you comment below. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.